Never count yourself out in Hollywood. When they were casting Back to the Future, everybody and their uncle was reading for this film.
You don't mind if we park for a few minutes, do you?
You don't mind if we park for a few minutes?
Lorraine, lately I've come to the conclusion I don't know anything about my parents.
I read for Marty, my brother read for Marty. I was reading with my friend who was auditioning for Jennifer, another one of my friends who was reading for Jennifer. We never really actually rehearsed together, but this one friend of mine, we rehearsed a lot together. She would go in and audition, my other friend would go in and audition, until finally it started getting really, really close. Well, I found out that I wasn't going to be playing Marty because the person they cast for Marty was Eric Stoltz. You may have heard about this. Eric Stoltz was the original Marty. But it ended up that when they were casting Jennifer, it came down to my two friends. And they cast my friend who I had not been auditioning with. And that's great. She was thrilled. The girl that I was working with, she was bummed, but she worked a lot and it was just another audition. Well, a couple of weeks into the shooting, Eric Stoltz wasn't working out and they let Eric Stoltz go. And they got Michael J. Fox, who obviously was the perfect choice. But there was one issue. My friend that they had hired was tall, like Eric Stoltz. They couldn't have Jennifer stand a foot taller than Marty, so what were they going to do? Well, my friend who got Back to the Future, they had to let her go. But the friend that I was rehearsing with, they hired her to play Jennifer in Back to the Future. Now, as you may have guessed, the friend that I was rehearsing with is Claudia Wells. She's the girl that you see in the movie, and she does a wonderful job as Jennifer. But the girl that they had to let go because she was Eric Stoltz height was Melora Hardin. You may know her as Jan from The Office or any number of other projects that she's been in. And for my friend Claudia, it was a career-making role that came out of nowhere even after someone had been cast. So you never know in Hollywood what's going to happen. And one of the cool things about, working with Claudia and rehearsing with her and helping her get the part was she invited me to the Back to the Future world premiere, which was
heavy. There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?